I'm here now in the mentioned area doing my best to look for trails. I have found an olive orchard. I've not found a carob tree. I found a pit of water. I don't know if it's the pit of Jafar. Doing my best here. I did come across this really interesting looking ruin. You can see here, the walls are intact to some extent. This was definitely... Hello, we're on an adventure. You can join us. I posted in English and Hebrew from the 37th chapter of the Rizal's Shara Gigulim, where he describes how to find the tomb of Yeshu, Jesus of Nazareth, in the upper Galilee near Tzfat. He describes the road leading out of Tzfat towards Ein Zaytun, and then he describes how to get from there to the tomb of the mother of Rabbi Krispedai the Tana. Now, Rabbi Krispedai the Tana has a location on Google Maps, how to find him, and apparently next to him is a marker for his mom's grave. So we know how to get from Jesus' grave to the mom of Krispedai, and we know how to get to the mom of Krispedai by going on Google Maps and finding Krispedai, and we know next to it is his mom, because I found that on a website on the line. It says that next to him is his mom. Okay, so next to him is his mom. We can get to him, and then we have to backtrack our directions from Shar Gulim chapter 37, how to find Jesus, because from Jesus we know how to get to Krispedai's mom, and we know how to get to Krispedai's mom on Google Maps. So then how do we backtrack our way to find Jesus? That's the question. So I need your help. This is going to be a group effort. And yeah, all the information that I know is available to you. I translated into English the Hebrew. Did my best. If you want to help with the translation, that's also helpful. If you want to help putting your best guess on Google Maps, help me out. Thank you. So I parked the car there. Walked up these barrel steps. I think that's Mount Meron. It's Rav Yehuda Bar Ilai, I believe, at Tana, a sage from the time of the Mishnah. We're here going up towards the marker for Rav Krispedai the Tana and the grave of his mother. I'm not sure who's actually buried here and on what tradition it's based, that it's Rav Krispedai the Tana and his mother. The reason why I say that is because in the 37th chapter of Shar Gulim, it's written that on the way from Tzfat to Ein Zaytun, which that's Tzfat and Ein Zaytun somewhere here, so this is on the way from Tzfat to Ein Zaytun, and it gives you instructions on how to find it, but it says is the tomb of the mother of Krispedai, and it doesn't say that Krispedai himself is buried here, from what I saw. So who decided that Krispedai is also buried here? If the Rizal said it's his mom is buried somewhere here, why didn't he mention Rav Krispedai himself, Now let's see. Okay, so this inscription on top of the door says, the cave of the Tana, which is a sage from the Mishnah, Rav Krispedai. Zechusei Yagen Aleinu, Amen. His merit should protect us, Amen. It was built and renovated through the coalition to save the tombs of the early ones in the land of Israel. Huh. Got a bed here, that's interesting. Water, that's good. It's actually, hot outside, but very cool inside, I guess, from all the stones. It's cool, it's well kept, it's clean. Okay. We have in front of us a couple of books. Here, the doggies, you want to play with the Bali meanwhile? Who wants a Bali? Go get the Bali. I have a couple of books here. Yeah. Just looking at these letters is healing for your soul, you should know. For real. Yeah, just looking at the letters is very good for your soul, you know? Yep. Where's the Polly? Here's the Polly. Go get the Polly. Good girl. Good girl. Where are we going? Up. Up. So I know somewhere around here there's supposed to be a marker for the mother of Cuspidei, and that's really what I'm looking for. Let's see around the back what we can find. Bring me the Bali, come. You lost the Bali, huh? Okay, we'll try and find it. Yeah, I should have brought my shoes. When I left the car, I was thinking to take my shoes from the trunk. Come up here, come. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's not so easy to do this in slippers. Alright, somewhere around here there's supposed to be a marker for the Cuspidei's mother. From Cuspidei's mother, we're going to try and find the grave of Jesus. Even if not right now, we're at least going to try to get a better picture of where it might be. Because we have written in the 37th chapter of Sharhel Gilgulim directions how to find the tomb of the mother of Cuspidei, which is supposed to be right here somewhere, from the tomb of Jesus. So if we can find the mother of Cuspidei, we can work backwards as to where Jesus might be. And I know the Christians have a tradition that Jesus is in Jerusalem. And I don't think that contradicts our tradition that Jesus is here. Because you don't know what happened, you know. If they stole his body and buried it somewhere else, or whatnot, you know. Or maybe it's, you know, don't the Christians believe he got up himself? So maybe he got up himself and came here and buried himself here, or who knows, I don't know what happened, you know. I don't know if I missed a sign or something, but I don't see another tomb around here or another marker. Anyways, I said, where should I go next? And someone said, just do normal stuff, like, you know. I think this is normal stuff. I just parked on the side of the road and walked up a trail. Looking for old graves from 2,000 years ago, plus. Probably like 2,500 years. Because they're from the time of the Mishnah. When was the Mishnah? See, that's my car. That's where I parked. Red car. there. Yeah, I wish there was like a kiddush to go to in the synagogue, you know? I went to one and it was like they didn't really have much left. Someone got me a beer from the kitchen, that was nice. It was a very like small kiddush, it seemed. It was over pretty early. Then I went to another synagogue I like, but it was only 10:30 and they hadn't even started praying yet. They told me it would be like till 12:30 when the kiddush would be, you know. There are other synagogues here and there where I have kiddush, but it's usually something small, not that big of a deal. And then there's some synagogues that I just don't like going to, you know. Don't feel welcome. I had this thought this morning, it's like, should I feel bad that I don't feel welcome in certain synagogues? Like, I did have encounters in synagogues that make me feel unwelcome, that make me know I'm unwelcome. Then I remembered, you know, I always felt unwelcomed in these places before anything ever happened. So, it's just like the universe telling me, like, you always knew this place had bad vibes, yet you continued to come here. So we're gonna make it so you can come here no more, for your own good. I might have a new phone soon, with a better camera, I hope. I was thinking, if I get a decent camera, and I get to keep my car, I'd like to build a camera stand onto the car, so that it can record while I'm driving, and then I can do like nice driving tours where, like for example, the drive from where I live, Tzfas, to the neighboring town of Rosh Pina and Chatzor Galilee. It's a beautiful drive. It's like, it's just one town over and you're driving through the most gorgeous scenery in the whole wide world, you know. And there's the main way to go, like through the highway, and then you can go through the forest, and then you can go a different way, like that's halfway through the highway and halfway through the forest. Like it's not on either one, it's like in between the two, you know. So it's like I can do a whole tour, start off in Chatzor, drive to Tzfas on the highway, and then drive back to Chatzor through the forest, and have it recording live the whole time. Or not live, because if the service isn't good, then the quality is crap. So maybe not even live, maybe just record the video and post it later. But then you can see what it's like to actually drive around here, you know, in high quality HD footage. I think that's good content. I think so. I could talk with the running commentary while it's recording. I'm not sure what I want to do. I was thinking about it because if I put my phone outside the car, I'm scared it's going to fall off and break. So I would want it to be inside the car, not recording through the window because that would ruin the quality. I would open up the window and record it somehow through an open window. But the thing is, what about the sound? The sound is going to be ridiculous. You're going to hear so much wind, you know? So then I was thinking, okay, so then just cut out the sound and add sound to it later, like add a background track. That's an option. That's what I could do. I can just have a video without the audio, and the audio would just be music in the background. But I would like to be able to talk to you guys while, I don't know, like, hey, we're passing this and this. Hey, we're passing this and this. But I could also add that in later. I could add that in later to the video. I don't have to. I can just have music. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't see any markers. Is that a marker? I don't see my car either. I think I walked down the wrong path. That way. To get over this fence and climb that way. This is some kind of garbage place. I don't know. But it does say Ein Zaytim on it. Anyways, I didn't know exactly where I was, so I tagged the location in this video in the Galilee. We are in the Galilee. Tzfas is the capital of the Galilee, you know. And Jesus is buried somewhere here. Somewhere here. I don't know exactly. We're going to figure it out exactly, but it's in this area. We know that it's on the way from Tzfat to Ein Zaytun. Tzfat's right there. Ein Zaytun somewhere right here, you know. That garbage place, that's the garbage place of Ein Zaytun. It's not the garbage place. It's like a place for the garbage trucks of Ein Zaytun. I feel like I see some kind of structure up ahead. So yeah, if you want to follow the directions and help me find the tomb of Jesus, feel welcome. But just so you know, he describes like a river and an olive orchard. There's like different landmarks he gives. So you'd have to be familiar with the topography here, because I don't know about any river. Hey dude, there's the olive trees right there. It's a whole olive grove right here. Are you freaking kidding me? Olive grove right here. So he says by the olive grove, by the very, very last olive tree, that's where the mother of Kruspedai is. So we were just coming from Kruspedai, and his mom was supposed to be somewhere there. So probably by the very last one of these olive trees, if we double back our track, we can maybe find the mom of Kruspedai. But I'm wondering if this is the olive orchard that he's talking about, meaning that down there somewhere we'd find the tomb of Jesus. I think I'm gonna go back to my car, grab my sneakers, and we're gonna go for a little walk. I think so. I think that's what's gonna happen. Just did want to see what the structure here is all about, or is it not a structure? Let's see, dude, because there's been so many generations here. I mean, you had people living here 4,000 years ago. You know, you had people living here 3,000 years ago when the Jews came in and kicked out the 7 nations and killed them. Then you have, you know, 2,000 years ago, 1,000 years ago, 500 years ago. You have different civilizations that lived here one after the next. So you can find ruins that are recent and you can find ruins that are ancient. You know, I'm gonna take you guys on a hike one day to the valley here, the Wadi. Bro, there's Roman ruins there from the Romans. Pretty sure it's the Romans. Their water channels are there. I could show you that. It's actually really cool. You're walking through the forest. There's a gorgeous stream. You could jump in and go swimming. And you see these ruins on the side, you know, and you're like, what the? These things are ancient, bro. From the Romans? Are you kidding me? The Romans haven't been around in, what, 2,000 years? I don't know when the Romans seized. But dude, they haven't been around in a long freaking time, but we still have their water cisterns and water channels and stuff. It's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a building there. Not a ruin, like an actual building. I don't know what it is. That might be, I know one of these buildings here has like you climb through a tunnel and there's like a water you can dip in and immerse yourself in. Maybe that's what this is here. Don't know. Also, look at that arch down there. That's also pretty cool. No, what's that arch? I don't know why I didn't notice that on my drive here. Oh. Nachman meyuman. Nachman meyuman. Me alish echafetz chagim b'halei yamim yosef me alish echafetz chagim. Okay, it actually is a ruin. Oh. I know somewhere here there's a thing you crawl through, a small crawl space that leads to water. I don't know if it's this. I don't think it's this. I think it's on the other side. But this is a cool small crawl space. But I don't think I could fit inside of. I don't want to try. There's my walking stick just waiting for me. Pigeons, yo. I had pigeons living in my window. They laid a nest and eggs, and I fed them rice, and they were always coming back. And then a few days later, just yesterday, I see another egg, another pigeon egg, which I think means they like me. You see, recently someone closed it up. These rocks are a lot more recent than this. And the roof looks newer than the walls too. It was restored, no? Nachman Mayuman. It says for the grave of someone, you come here. And here it says the grave of so and so. I don't. Who is this? Moshe ben Makir. Wow, this water actually looks super clean. Look, it's coming out of here, leading into this teeny pool, and then leading out into somewhere. See? Yep, it's going in there. It's just trickling in. Where does it go? It goes all the way around here. And I guess it goes under the highway, under the road to the other side somewhere. That's super cool. Come, let's go. We're gonna go find the water source. Come. What's this? There's a little tomb or structure. What is this? This might have been the tomb of someone. I don't know. Anyway, how's this for doing normal stuff? Pretty cool, huh? Doggies like the water? Oh, we're gonna go in the hole? Daddy's gotta take off his socks. Hold on. I guess it's good I did wear slippers. So, I'll just get my socks right off. Oh. All right, here goes. Let's get inside. It's not that small, but it's kind of small. Oh, the water's cold. Yeah, look, that's where we came from. So where we're going. These bones. Shit, yo. It's a pretty big bone. Yeah, there's no service in that cave. Wow, this stone is so smooth. Probably the water used to run over it. It's smoothing out. It's so smooth. The water was super clear. It's just that the dogs and I went inside of it, smelled it's coming out muddy. It was super, super clear when we got here. But anyways, yeah, we went in there. I went on the path on the left, went and walked a little bit down, crawled a little bit down, more like it. But I turned around, you know, I lost service in there. I wasn't so interested to go in there by myself right now. I was gonna do it for the Facebook, you know, but my Facebook got disconnected anyway. Ready? So where do we go to now? I think I'm gonna go back to my car and get my shoes on. Maybe explore a little bit more. I think that's a good plan. Got nothing better to do. I'm waiting on a friend to get back to me so I can go over and drink some beer, some wine, smoke some ganja, There's this path upwards. This doesn't look like a carob tree. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is the water source that he's talking about. Maybe this is the stream he's talking about. Because he talks about a stream here. It comes from like it's called like Ghana or something, or Jana, or Jaffa. Jaffa or something. Gaffa or Jaffa. Wonder if we're going in the right direction. Trying to find the man of the resurrection. Trying to find the true Messiah. Come and join me, won't ya? We're gonna smoke that herb. We're gonna drink the wine from water. Yo, honestly, I think if you look at the whole Jesus narrative with a very, very open mind, I believe there's nothing that contradicts anything in the Torah, And someone who wants to study the story of Jesus and the historical accounts, including miraculous events, shouldn't have to be challenged by what they come across. Nothing in there should bother them, mess with their faith in any which way, That's what I believe. Similarly, I believe that followers and students of Jesus who come across statements by the sages that sound condescending and negative and hateful should understand that they're missing the keys, and what they're reading is an encrypted piece of information that they do not have the keys to understand or decipher and decrypt, and therefore their understanding that they come to is not going to be a true understanding of the intentions of the words of the sages. And therefore, they shouldn't come to any conclusions regarding the sages of Israel and the Talmud. They shouldn't come to any negative conclusions about it based off of little tidbits that have been mistranslated and taken out of context for them. Even those that are not taken out of context and that are rightfully translated may sound negative and condescending until one can come to a place where they can understand the methods used by the sages to encrypt their information. Okay, here's more olive trees. The thing is, are these olive trees 500 years old? That's the question, because the book that we're following was written, I believe, about 500 years ago, 400 years ago. So, if these olive trees haven't been here 500 years ago, 400 years ago, I don't know if they're relevant to us. Or maybe they were planted in the place of the old olive trees. But really, we're looking for the olive grove that's about 500 years old, 400 years old. Look at the olives on the ground. So many olives. Okay, this stone's really cool. I have one at home. I took from here or somewhere around here. You see it? It's got the black on the inside. It's kind of a different texture. It's very smooth. This is very rough. This black part, where it changes color, is very smooth. And you find these stones all over this area. See that? That black part is, and this gray part, it's very smooth compared to the rest of the rock. Yeah, I need a better camera. This camera's crap. It's like almost like marble, those stones. So yeah, anyways, we don't know exactly where we're going. We're following the goat trails up the mountain. or whatever trails this is. Ho, ho, ho. Falsehood's gotta go. Another interesting stone, white and brown. I was seeing this. You seeing this? It's a rock. It's a freaking rock, but it's like incredible. Whew. It's hot. It's very, very hot. And it's actually much cooler where we are than it is in the surrounding areas. In the surrounding areas, it's much hotter because here we're so high. We're in one of the highest spots in all of Israel. Here in Sfas. It's very, very hot. So it's always about 10 degrees cooler Celsius. 10 degrees Celsius cooler here than the surrounding little areas. More of this rock, it's everywhere. Different colors, but the same idea. You know? Yeah, I said I'm gonna cross the road and continue with my shoes, but I'm not, because I didn't bring water. I don't have it at home. I don't like to drink the tap water. So, can't really go too much farther. Yo, there's a huge one of those rocks I was talking about, look. The black part is much smoother than the white part. This part's also really smooth here. That, yeah. Where it's black, it's the smoothest. Kinda wanna go all the way up, but there's not. Someone cook this too much. It's very hot. Alright. I'm gonna go right back down, you know. So what are we doing here trying to find the grave of Jesus? Well, we want to come to some kind of peace, you know. Resolve all that needs to be resolved. What do I mean by that? I mean that I'm gonna take off my slippers. I think it's easier to go barefoot. There's nothing that way. You don't want to go that way? No, they took off one down one path and then came back and went back the other way. Slippers on for now. Anyways, yeah, I want to resolve some issues with Jesus, you know. I'll tell you, from what I see, Jesus was what? He was the Messiah of the generation, only in potential, not actualized. You know, Mashiach ben Yosef. Not actualized in the sense of, I mean, we're not redeemed. We don't have, you know, no one could say we're living in the redemption. Although the Lubavitcher Rebbe did say that Mashiach is here, we just need to open our eyes. You know, I don't know. Maybe his role as Messiah of Joseph was accomplished. Maybe he did accomplish what he needed to accomplish as son of Joseph. I don't know. Did he do wrong? Yeah, he did wrong. He went against the sages, no? I don't know, I wasn't there at the time, but didn't the sages, you know, didn't he go against the sages? I mean, I don't know. I'm not claiming to know, really. I'm not the expert. Come here. But I do know that it's not as bad as everyone thinks it is, meaning Jews and Christians around the world are taught that we're completely at odds with one another and our theologies are opposed to one another. And we're taught that they're idol worshippers. They're taught that we're the spawn of Satan, you know? So it's like, okay, is there like a middle ground somewhere? I believe there is, and I believe that, you know, going and talking to the guy is only going to help. It's not going to make it worse. Foy, come here. Come here. I have a friend who's got a little bit of, I don't know, you can say he sees things and he hears things, you know? Which is a gift. It's a gift. One day we're all gonna see and hear everything, but today people don't know how to deal with these gifts, so they take medication so they don't have to deal with it, you know? But anyways, he was hanging around here in this area, and he started to get, really afraid, and he heard some scary shit. He told me he ran all the way back to the spots. He didn't stop running till he got to the spots. I don't know. I don't see things or really hear things, you know. Things start to get very trippy for me if I take like psychedelic drugs, you know. Strong doses of strong psychedelic drugs, yeah, things start to get trippy. The most intense experience like that I have that I remember was going back maybe like 8 months ago, where I took an extremely large amount of MDMA. An extreme, I'm talking about, I might have taken the whole gram. I mean, pretty sure I did. I'm pretty sure I took the whole gram, or maybe it was just half a gram. I took an extreme amount of MDMA, and one thing that I noticed, I mean, that I remember, you know, that I was seeing was like in the palm of my left hand, there was like this sort of looking like a portal. I don't know, like a whirlwind of purplish ink just whirling around, spinning around. I think it was going this way, counterclockwise, I think, but I don't even know which way it was spinning. Anyways, what was inside, just all the 22 Hebrew letters just inside of there spinning really, really fast, you know? And then when I got to where I was, to where I needed to be for the evening, I sat outside. I didn't go inside. I wasn't trying to like wake anyone up and, I don't know, like whatever. I sat outside till the morning, the whole night. There was these 4 people with me. You know, I'm over here, so one was over there, one was over there, one was over there, one was over there. And I definitely saw them and I definitely heard them. And they were talking, but they weren't talking to me and they weren't talking to each other. They were just talking out loud. Each one just talking out loud. And I saw them all night and I heard them all night. I don't remember what they were talking about. It was a loud noise, a loud commotion, because each one of them was talking and loud, you know, and I was also talking. I don't know what I was saying or who I was talking to, but I was also talking. So that's like one experience that stands out to me that I can remember clearly, or clearly-ish, you know. And I was totally here, like I was walking around. If you would come out, I could see you. It's not like I was like passed out in a dream, you know. Another experience that comes to mind was in upstate New York about, let's say, like, I don't know, 4 years ago in upstate New York. On a very, what was the dose actually? I think it was a large dose. I don't know, maybe it wasn't even that large of a dose. I think it was. On a dose of LSD, and I probably had it mixed with ketamine. I probably had taken some ketamine too. I know in that period of time I was taking ketamine, but I don't know on that specific night what I took. I think it was LSD and maybe some ketamine with it. Maybe not. But I remember there was like 3 or 4 people around with me that they didn't take anything. They were sober. But I was, you know, I was on this dose of LSD. I don't think I had even taken ketamine that night. I think it was just LSD. I think it was a strong dose. Could have just been 1 tab, maybe 2 tabs even, maybe 3. I don't know how many tabs. It was a strong dose, you know. And I remember the people around me were sober, bro. It was just me that had taken. Feel? Well, why do I keep saying that? Because it's significant to the story. Because I look up and I see a light in the sky. And I know it's not the moon. I know it's not the sun. It's not the sun because the sun had already set. We saw the sunset. And it's not the moon because I could see the moon from where I was. And the more attention I gave this light, the more it would interact with me. The more I looked at it, the more it would interact with me. And I was praying silently in my heart and my mind to Hashem. And the moon was reacting to my prayer. Not the moon, this light in the sky that wasn't the moon, it wasn't the sun, it was reacting to my prayer. It was opening, like expanding, and then getting shorter and closing, you know. There's a structure up there. I would love to go explore, but I need water in my shoes. I'm not gonna do that right now. Anyways, you feel this light was responding to me in a very obvious way. It would disappear and come back really bright and play games with me. And I could see the moon, so I knew it wasn't the moon. And I'd watch the sunset, so I knew it wasn't the sun. And also, its behavior couldn't be explained. It wasn't behavior of the sun or the moon. It was definitely interacting with me. And that was obvious to me and to the people that I mentioned. There were 3 or 4 people that were there with me that had taken nothing. They were sober, you know? So, that was a very interesting experience to me, you know, like supernatural, something that I can't deny. And there was people there to witness it with me that didn't take anything even, which that's significant in itself. Like, how would you explain that? Because you can't, I don't believe that drugs show you fake things. I think psychedelics, what you see in them are very real, you know? Some people don't believe that, so I don't know how they would explain my experience where people that hadn't taken anything were able to see what I saw. Come here, hey, come here. No, no. Get off the road, come here. There's that archway we saw. One day we'll come back. Hey, no, come here. Come here. Off the road, come here. Come here. Good. So, yeah. Yo, like this vehicle that just passed me, the guy looked like he had a military uniform on. And there was like a blue and white cherry light in the car. It wasn't activated, but I saw it. You see that a lot these days when driving around. It seems like 1 out of every 5 or 10 cars has a blue and white cherry light. I don't know what the role of these cars are. What it does is it gives a presence of security, meaning you're driving around and you keep seeing security vehicles. That's pretty cool, you know? But I don't know who they are. I even saw one ultra-Orthodox dude with the blue and white light. It's like, I was wondering, is it just like an armed group? Like, it could be that they just have, like in every population center, a bunch of people who anyways have their gun licenses and are trained and maybe ex-military, ex-police. So maybe they just gave them a task and said, like, when you drive around, have your blue and white lights on so it looks more secure, you know? I don't know. I'm just wondering. Because, hey, come here. They can't all be like on-duty police officers. There's like way too many of them you see for that. It can't be, you know? And a lot of them I've seen in civilian clothing. But when they drive, they have their blue and white lights on. Also, when you get closer to the border, you see a lot of military vehicles. A lot. Off the road, come here. A lot of military vehicles. Miney, no. Off the road. Ellie. There is this dude in Beit Shemesh. He's got a channel called The Healthy Jew. And he's into archaeology and natural herbs, like indigenous or whatever. I think that's fascinating. I would like someone around here to show me, you know, to show me around, take me on walks, and show me different sites that are not on Google Maps, that are not anywhere, where it's like, you know, he wrote in one of his articles, he showed pictures, and I saw a video he posted of an ancient tunnel that he found, you know, that's not marked in any map or anything. Meaning Israel, as small as it is so vast and expansive that there's still places left for exploration. There are still spots where you can go and explore for yourself and find for yourself cave systems, tunnel systems, ancient sites of archaeology, like different buildings and ruins that have not yet been discovered. You know, for hundreds of years, maybe there hasn't been a person in there and you can go and find it. So I think that's cool. I'd like someone who knows the land like that, on that level, to show me around, take me to different sites, teach me about the natural species of plants here, you know. I'm wondering if this is the olive grove mentioned, but do you think these olive trees are 400 years old? I don't think so. Maybe they are. Is this 400 years old, this olive tree? I feel like it'd be bigger if it was, no? Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is what a 400-year-old olive tree looks like. Yeah, there's rings. Let's count the rings. Wow. I don't know. I don't know if this is 400 rings or like a million or like 10. I don't know what the rings are. Okay. Here, you can see rings, but once you get over here, the rings start looking different. Is that an accurate method of dating a tree, counting the rings? But why are these rings so different? Maybe it's been dead a long time, this branch of the rings got messed up. Because yeah, look at this one also. It looks more like lines going this way than circular rings. You see, there were circular rings, but they don't look so easy to read. I'm just saying, if this is the orchard, then down here there should be a body of water, which there probably is, and it should be called Jafar. And then we should get to the village, the grave of Jesus. Instead, I'm going back to the car and I'm done exploring, but let's just check a little bit. Anyways, we got another one of these interesting rocks. This one's orange and red. Smooth over here. Interesting rocks. See, we got a trail marker. There's a lot of hiking trails here. The hiking trail is actually a good resource. There's an app and a website called Amud Anan, the cloud pillar of cloud, yeah, something like that. And people use it to trail the Israel National Trail and other hiking trails around there. Well, apparently they have a lot of information about different archaeological spots that people don't know about too much, just because it's an open source forum where anyone who's hiking can just add a spot and say, oh, like, this is a great spot for a picnic, or, you know, here's a great spot to pitch your tent. Or here I found some ancient ruins. If you go here, 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 and follow my exact directions, you can get to some crazy spot, you know? And then there you have it, it's on the map. So, you can do something like that in Google Maps, but Google Maps is not so interactive. This is much more interactive. Here's a skull of something, I think. Not a skull. Nope, just a rock. No, it's a bone for sure. But it's not a skull. I don't think so. This is just a preliminary basic scan to see what we're after, to gather information. Once we know the area a little bit more, we can go back to the text that I quoted from the 37th chapter of the Arizal's Shar HaGilgulim, and we can try to use the landmarks that he describes to try to find the grave of Jesus. One landmark that we're supposed to look for is an olive orchard, which we're in an olive orchard right here. Someone out there has got to tell me if this olive tree can be about 400 years old, if that makes sense. Or if a 400-year-old olive tree would look bigger or not. I'm not knowledgeable on that. But this olive orchard is pretty big, bro. Oh. Even if we did get to the spot, the right spot, I'm just saying, and we followed all the clues and we found the spot of Jesus, like, would there even be a marker? I'm sure someone in history has followed these instructions and found the grave, you know. It's not that long of a history. It was only written down, this information, like 400 or 500 years ago, like I keep saying. You know, I think it was 450 years ago, I don't know. But whenever it was, since then someone probably came and tracked it down. The question is, did they put a marker there or not, you know? And And how many people? Was it just like one guy that went? Was it 100, 1,000? Was it groups of people going? These rocks don't look like random. They look like they were put there like a wall. There's so many olives. I'm walking on olives. Yeah. The olive grove doesn't look like it's ending anytime soon. Oh wow, pomegranates. Pomegranates. Okay, so that's not our direction. Our direction is, we're after the olive tree. We're trying to find the opposite end of the olive grove. Why? Because again, we know that at that end of the olive grove is the mother of Crispidei, and at the other end of the olive grove is either the grave of Jesus or just at least closer to the grave of Jesus, because we know in between the grave of Jesus and the mother of Crispidei is an olive grove. Now, we don't know if that tomb that we saw with Crispidei is next to the tomb of Crispidei's mom at all, but just assuming that it is, because that's the information that we have, so that's what we're going with, then this olive grove is a great marker. And there should be a pit of water called Jafar, but that might have been the water that we saw coming from that building. I don't know if that was ever called Jafar or not. I don't know if there's a pit of water today that is called Jafar. I looked in Google Maps for Jafar, I didn't see anything, but I did notice that there's a village called Jafar, but it's not here. It is in the Galilee, but it's not like right here. So what does that mean? Like, maybe does the water from this pit Jafar lead there? Or is it just a coincidence that they're both called Jafar? You know? Or not a coincidence, it's just connected somehow, I don't know, who knows. Okay, anyways, it seems like we found the end of the olive grove. Okay? See, this very one tree is the last one that stands out, which is interesting because he mentions that the very last tree of the olive grove, that's the mother of Crispidei. But I think he meant on that side, not on this side. The reason why I think so is because that's where it says the mom of Crispidei is. That could be wrong, you know? Ah! Should have worn your shoes, Yoel. Okay. Now, although it seems like I'm lost and I don't really know where the markers are, it's very possible I have exactly the right spot, because we did find a body of a source of water that could have been the pit of Jafar. We did find an olive grove, which could be that olive grove, you know. I don't know. I could be way off. I could be exactly where I need to be. Could be just somewhere in the middle. Yehoshua! Yoshua! Yoshua! There's a lot of thorns here. A lot of prickly thorns. Yo. I mean, this was once a structure, that's pretty clear. Honestly, the last symbol I forgot about, the last marker that we were looking for, which is supposed to signify that we're right next to the grave of Jesus, is a carob tree. And I have not seen a carob tree. I think I know what a carob looks like. I don't know if I know what the tree looks like, but I know what the fruit looks like, so if it's bearing fruit, we should be able to spot it. You see this wall, that wall, that wall. There was something here. This wasn't always just like empty. This was a little town or something, you know. I know we're close, I just don't know where. But I know we're very close. Maximum that I can be off of is about 10 kilometers, you know. Meaning, if you read his inscription, how to find it, it's from Sfas to Ein Zaytum. That itself is probably about 10 kilometers, so I can't be off by more than 10 kilometers. The whole space in between the two places is probably about that 10 kilometers, you feel? So I'm definitely in very, very close proximity. The question is, where's the carob tree that I'm looking for? And where's the pit of Jafar that I'm looking for? And where is the orchard of olive trees that I'm looking for? And where is the tomb of the mom of Krispedai? I need someone who knows how to read better than I do, and I know someone who knows the topography and geography here better than I do, you know? I think for now I'm gonna end the video and try to read the description again and see if I can make more sense of it. Maybe look on the All Trails app or on the Amud Ha'anan Pillar of Cloud app, the hiking apps, to see if anyone has put any kind of description or information or markers around here that would help in this quest, or in general that might be fun to go after, you know? Yeah. I mean, I think it would be pretty crazy to get together like 30 people every day. Each person take like a backpack of water and snacks and just come to these areas and explore. And everyone who finds something, you just put it on the app. Oh, here I found this, here I found that. You take pictures, you know. Might have maybe a few archaeologists come with us and like, you know, explain to us what we're seeing. But I feel like it's a pity and a shame that I'm the only one here right now. Like, where is everyone? Like, this is gorgeous. Like, you have thousands of people in the surrounding towns. Where are they? Yeah, I get it. Shabbat. Okay, fine. What are you telling me on Sunday there's gonna be people there? I don't know. All right, y'all. Shabbat shalom and mivorach. I'll catch y'all later. If I find something, I'll let you know and I'll show you. Peace. Yeah, we out here wilding it out though. What I found. You look at this wall. Look how high it is and how intact it is. Yeah, I'm just here in the middle of the wilderness here on the side of the road leading out of Tzfat. We're here looking for markers. Reb Chaim Vital, quoting his teacher, the Holy Arizal, mentions markers. He says, on the way out of Tzfat towards Ein Zaytun, by the way of a single carob tree, there is buried Jesus, okay? And then he says, from there is 2 ways to go. One goes to Ein Zaytun, and one goes to a corral. I don't know what that is. Okay, a corral. Kaf Reish Lamed. And then he says, in between these 2 ways, there's a large grove of olive trees, and then there's a stream of water, and then there's a bridge that crosses the stream of water, and I see on the hiking trail there is a bridge down there, but I don't know if it's that same bridge that he's talking about. Okay, and then at the very last olive tree is the mother of Krispedai, which the mother of Krispedai, I believe, is right up ahead. I believe. I'm not quite sure, but it's interesting to see all these stone structures. I wonder how old they are when they go back to. On the hiking trail app, Amud Ha'anan, there was actually no information about these ruins. They weren't even mentioned. There was no photos, no mention. So, I mean, they could just be like 50 years old, you know. It could be 50 years ago someone built this, but I don't know. I don't know how to work these things out. It doesn't look 50 years old to me. It looks kind of old. Looks much older than that, I think. I mean, what even was this? Why is it so big? Why is it so big? There's like multiple levels. It was like, what, a huge palace? Or is it just, this is how they built their homes? Just made one huge wall and then sectioned it off for different people? Or was it like just an orchard with beautiful walls alongside of it, you know? To designate pathways and maybe, I don't know. Who knows what these walls are? If you know, you can tell me. Very interesting. I mean, you can see it goes on and on. It's not little by any means. This metal, that's recent. They didn't have that hundreds of years ago. Metal sticks that they put in the ground everywhere, you know. Best has got to be the olive grove. But I see the olive grove also goes this way. Also, I googled images of 400-year-old olive trees and they look just like this. They don't look much like... Doesn't seem like olive trees get much bigger than this. So I don't know if these olive trees could be 400 years old and the same olive trees we're looking for. But I don't see a reason why not, because I don't know. I looked for images of 400-year-old olive trees and they look the same as this, so you know. Maybe not this specific one, but some of them I saw looked like the same. Just, I don't know. I don't know, wasn't there a time that the Ottomans or the Turks or someone torched the whole land and burnt everything down, so then there shouldn't be any trees that old in the land? Or maybe that was before the result. And also, I don't even know if that could be true, because they have 400-year-old olive trees somewhere that they're, or even older ancient olive trees. Not related to this specific place, but in my searches of just old olive trees, I saw photos. There were supposed to be very, very ancient olive trees going back, and they were in the city, like in the Christian sites, like all the Jesus areas, but still, see, they had old olive trees, so no one torched all the olive trees. Okay, that one tree is very weird. It just stands out all by itself. So we're gonna go look at it. But really, we're after a carob tree. If we can find a single carob tree by itself, that'd be a very good marker. Especially if it would be after the stream of water and the bridge, you know? I mean, that'd be amazing. That means we found what we're looking for. But yeah, what is up with this single weird looking tree just all by itself? It's only one of a kind over here. You know? It's not a carob tree. It's like a pine bush or whatever, pine tree. Still, it's begging to be checked out because of its unique... It's only one of a kind in this area. I mean, maybe there's more somewhere else, but like, look, in this immediate vicinity, it's only one of a kind, so it's weird. Someone just planted it right here. What were they marking, you know? Treasure, buried treasure. Alright, doggos, you think it's time to go? Maybe we'll navigate down to the bridge. I'm going to pause the video for a moment and see where the bridge is at. Okay, the mentioned bridge. Well, I don't know if it's the mentioned bridge, but there is a bridge on the app, on the hiking app. And we're actually very close, so I'm going to continue walking. Hopefully we're going in the right direction and we'll find it. If we cross the bridge and the stream and we find a single carob tree, I'll be very, very happy. I'll be very happy. I'm gonna pause the video in a second again just to check that I'm going in the right direction. I must be. So you see the road up ahead, and I think it's on the other side of that road. Road should be the bridge. I don't even know which road this is that I'm crossing. Figure it out, but I do see an interesting plant again. Once again, one of its kind just standing here by itself. This cactus looking prickly looking cactus. So anyways, yeah, right across this road over here, another side, there should be a bridge. Should be a bridge. Now the bridge, according to what I see, was only built in the last 50, maybe 100 years. But still, I think it's significant because I don't see any other bridges mentioned in the area. And if they built the bridge there once, they might have built the bridge there twice. So if I'm looking for a bridge and there's no sign of any bridge other than this specific bridge, I say that's where I go with, because that's the information I have, you know. And maybe I'm not exactly on the right track, but I'm exactly on the right track because I'll find the clues that I need to find. Tell me this isn't interesting, this white stone. Who built this wall? Who built these walls, huh? I mean, I can't seem to believe that these are just naturally formed walls, you know. Someone put them here, someone built here a structure. Which is weird, like today no one lives in this area, you know, why not? What happened? Who were the people living here? Why is real estate so expensive in all, like, the villages here? Why don't they just start building homes over here, you know? They don't need to do much. You just need to give permission to those who want to build off-grid sustainable living to do that, you know? Give people permission to just start building. What's stopping one guy from building one huge house that takes over the whole area, you know what I mean? I don't know, you figure it out, but right now if we came and built a house, they would come and destroy it. Why? Why can't we build homes here? I'm gonna pause the video again and look at the map just to make sure I'm going towards the bridge again. I'm positive that I am, but I'm gonna double check, you know. I'm gonna get my bearings. Okay, so just across this highway road, there should be a bridge. There should be a bridge. And now if we can find that bridge and see that source of water, we can make sense of if that's the bridge and water that we're talking about, that we're after, you know. I don't know, let's hope so. Either way, this is a good adventure, this is good exploring. Nanach Nachman Meuman Rabbi Nachman Meuman Rabbi Nachman Meuman. Alright, you freaking kidding me. Is this the bridge? I'm kidding. This can't be the bridge. I'm kidding. I'm joking. This is not the bridge. This is definitely not the bridge. But I do see a sign there for Nachal Limunim, a stream. There's a stream of water that way, which is interesting because we're looking for a stream of water. But first we're going to go check out the bridge because there's supposed to be a bridge somewhere here. Also, this looks like it could have been a stream of water at some point, no? This looks like it can be a wadi. Looked like at some point there could have been water going down there very easily. And that's probably why they have that opening there, no? In case the water comes back. Is that a carob? It's not a carob, is it? Is that a carob tree? I don't think so. But again, it looks like just one of a kind tree just standing by itself. It's not a carob. Carob? It's not a carob. It's not a carob. Yo, I don't know. I don't see any fruit, but the leaves kind of look like the carob, no? Just don't see any fruit on it. Alright. So yeah, we found all the markers other than the corral, Kafre Shlamid, which I don't know what that is in English. I don't know what it is in Hebrew. We didn't find the bridge yet, we're about to. And we didn't find a single carob tree, but we're about to. You know, we're in the olive grove. The question is, which direction was he coming from? Like, I already lost my bearings completely. I don't even know which direction Sfas is anymore. I feel like it's somewhere that way. You know. But let's see where the bridge is at. Let me double check the map and see if I'm headed in the right direction. So I got my bearings back and I found the bridge. I'm going to show you the bridge. It's like 2 minutes away, but I can see it from where I am. Before I show you that, I just want to show you the bearings. That's Tzfat. That is Tzfat. That playground over there, okay? Hard to see in my crop camera. Hopefully we're going to have a new one very soon. But there is a playground right there that I can see. I can see it. It's unmistakable. I see the blue and red cover. That's Tzfat. The Arizal is describing when you leave Tzfat from the north side, which is this way, okay, that's north, on the way to Ein Zaytun. I don't know where Ein Zaytun is exactly, but I know it's somewhere here. So he says on your way out, you pass by a single carob tree and Jesus is buried there. Then you come across a stream and a bridge and an olive grove. And then the mother of Krus Badai. So the mother of Krus Badai is down that way. The bridge and the stream is here. The olive grove is here. That means somewhere between us right here and over there, there's a single carob tree next to which is the grave of Jesus. And that's the adventure and that's what we're after. For now, I'm just going to quickly just show you the bridge. Sorry, my Zoom was not coherent there. All right, I'm going to show you the bridge. It's crazy that I've been living in Sfas 3 years and I've never ever seen this bridge. I don't think I've ever known about this bridge. But I just saw it for a glimpse and I'm like, wow, that's freaking cool. So, there it is. How do I get there? How do I get there? Let's go down a little bit. You can see it behind that tree up ahead. How do I get there? Now, the thing is, this bridge may not be, well, it's definitely not the same bridge that the Arizal has mentioned and talk about. Why? Because this bridge was built recently, in the last 100 years for sure. But, if they built the bridge here now, that's the most likely place that they built the bridge in the past, is what I'm going to assume, no? Meaning, wherever they built the bridge in the past is where they're going to build the bridge now, because that's where the water is. You know? Kind of like highways then are the highways we have now, you know? Like, wherever they built the highways then, that's probably where we have our highways today, no? It would make sense. Wait, where did I just lose it? Could have sworn I just saw it. Didn't I just see a bridge here? Not that metal pipe. I saw a bridge. Let's go down a little bit. Let's go down a little bit. I know it's right here because I saw it on the hiking map. Then I was walking. Oh, there it is. There it is. Now everything is very wet where I am, which means there's water here somewhere. Yeah. There's the bridge. Now, interesting that there's a bridge there because, dude, who the hell is walking here? Like, I didn't see a single person while I'm here. You know, there's roads for cars and like, when was the last time that there was a village here or something here that they needed a bridge here? You know, it's just interesting. It's very, very wet where I'm walking. It's very wet. There must be water. There must be water. I'm saying it's very wet, and where I was everything was very dry, and suddenly here it's very wet, you know. I'm just doing the basic preliminary scouting, okay? Now that I showed you all where there's more or less, I showed you here's like, okay, here you see this is the bridge probably that was mentioned. It's probably in the same spot more or less. That's the spot. That's Ein Zaytun. There's the mother of Prosperity. I'm showing you all the basic landmarks and the olive grove. Now we should be able to figure this out. We should be able to find the carob tree and the grave of Jesus and see if maybe there's a marker there even. You know, but I'm guessing this used to be filled with water. I mean, look at the coloring on the bottom and look how it's like shaped down the mountain. Yes, water used to come here and they built a bridge over it, crossing from here to here. Why? What was the purpose of crossing these 2 points? What was on each side, you know? But we have all our landmarks at this point, other than the carol, which I don't know what that is, and the carob tree, which we haven't found. Other than that, we have all our landmarks and we should be able to work this out. I really want to cross this bridge, but it doesn't look super safe. I don't think it would fall. It's probably very strong. Metal is usually very sturdy. Like, okay, I can see it's just for pipes, like it's water. You think they built this bridge just for water? I don't know, maybe at some point it was a real bridge. Maybe it's not the same bridge we were looking for. Maybe it is. We need to find the ancient bridge. We know there's an ancient bridge. Not ancient, like 400 or 500 years old. I wish I brought my binoculars. I would see what that is right there. It looks like a tomb, no? But anyways, I don't think the tomb is in this area. I think it's from the description. It sounds like it's on the way out of Tzfas more. Like, the thing is, Tzfas today ends where that playground is, but back in the day, I think it did come down the mountain more. So it could be it's right here somewhere. But it should be right before the olive grove, not after. So we'd have to walk back to Tzfas and get to the end of the olive grove and then try to find a single carob tree. It's going to be an adventure for another day. I'm too hot and tired. And we did a great amount of exploring today. Now, I'm not sure if I should head back to town, go to a kiddush in one of the synagogues. It's probably not going to be the best kiddush, honestly. Or go with my friend and try to get beer and wine, but he's not down to chill. So honestly, the best option probably right now is just to drive to Meron. I'm so close to Meron. I just don't know if the gate's going to be open on Shabbat, but even if it's not, I can park the car and just walk up the mountain. I don't know how much is going to be going on in Meron and Shabbat, but you never know. Meron is the type where there usually is food and alcohol and, you know, cold drinks. Bro, look at all these stones. Look at all these stones. It's the same small, like, circular, I don't know, stones that walls are all built out of. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not, like, lost, but I'm not either exactly sure how the best way to get back to my car is. I'm just kind of walking this way. I know I'll find it. I can use the map, but I can also just walk. Would not do this without a car. Won't walk all the way here without a car. It's nice when you have a car. You can drive here, do all the walking you want, and then go back to your car to get home. You have stuff you keep in the car. It's nice to know you don't have to walk 2 hours to get home once you're done your adventure. You can just drive. You know what I mean? It would take me 2 hours to walk here from home. It would. It's a 5-minute drive, probably 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I don't know how long I drove. It's not a far drive, but it would take me forever to walk. There's no way I would walk here. No way. Not that I wouldn't walk far, but I'm saying today I woke up feeling like crap, you know? And I made myself feel like even more crap, and I'm not in a good place. I don't have what I need. I don't feel perfect. So there's really no reason why I got out of bed other than the fact that I had a car and I wanted to make use of it. It's fun getting in the car, putting on music, driving on Shabbat when no one's allowed to drive. Everyone you pass by wants to kill you. You see these good religious kids with their fathers looking at you like they want to murder you. It's like, you know, it's fun. Blast the music and do what you want. Drive around, no one's around. It's fun, you know. So yeah, would I have gotten out of bed if I didn't have a car? I don't think so. Ooh. My hat fell off. I'm picking it up with my stick. I mean, you know how much fun kids could have just running around here? Why do they play in the playground? It's like full of trash and small and confined. You can just let them run around here, you know? It's like endless, and there's like millions of trees to hide behind. It would be very, very easy to get lost. You'd have to be really on top of your kids, you know? For sure, for dogs, this is the best place to play. For sure, for Yoel, this is the best place to play. No one's around to bother me. I just wish I had some drugs, you know? I hate being sober. All right. We're definitely getting closer to the car. Very interesting being here, you know. I was confused as to why it says Krisperdai the Tana is buried somewhere here, you know. That's where I started my video series this morning. Over there by Krisperdai the Tana and his mom. I didn't find his mom, but I found Krisperdai the Tana. But, you know, it's weird, like I said, why doesn't Rav Chaim Vital mention him there? And then I saw someone put in the hiking app that that's not correct, that it's Krisperdai there, but rather that's Rav Yehuda Bar Ilai, according to what is written in the writings of the Arizal. So I don't know, but I'm just saying it's pretty tripped out that I called it. Like, I knew something was off, and then I saw someone made a comment on the hiking app. I see there's a tomb right here. You can tell it's a tomb because someone had put rocks, small rocks on top of it. It's an honorary custom. And you can see they painted it blue. A lot of the spots that the Rizal told us about, people painted blue, so you can know where they are, you know. I don't know who this is. I'm guessing Joseph. I don't know who Joseph is, but I saw on the map that there's a tomb of Joseph. Not here, but in the area. I don't know. Let's see if there's a name on here. Ah, Rabbi Natan Habavli, the Tana. So this is a Tana, so that's someone from the times of the Mishnah. It's about, again, 2,500 years ago, you know. And, okay, his name was Natan Habavli, Natan from Babylon. Interesting, you know. Alright, up ahead we have a road. I don't know if this is the road that I parked my car on or it's a road that leads to a road where I parked my car, but either way it's a good sign. There's something down there also, no? Another tomb? No, that's a water cement block thing. We should get a 4x4 and drive up and down these trails. Make it a little easier. The dogs can either sit in the trailer behind me or they can run along. You know, and just bring a lot of food and snacks and water and drugs and speakers and friends. Oh, I hate being sober. Bump, 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 bump. Anyways, doing enough exploring here, I'm gonna find Jesus. Like, it's not a question of if, it's a question of when, you know? I just need to get more familiar with the geography here, the different landmarks. I need to get some better understanding of the text that I was looking at, read the whole chapter so I have context, all the relevant information, speak to scholars and archaeologists, you know, local people who know the land well. And we'll figure it out eventually. Doesn't have to be this trip right now, but it was a very, very, very good preliminary scouting adventure. I know a lot more than I did when I started out. And now when I look at the text, I have a much better image in my head of what it's referring to. You know, I would like to know where Ain Zaytun is, the village of Ain Zaytun, the actual one. I'm going to go now in the car, I'm going to type in Ain Zaytun. I'm going to type it in and just go to where it is today, but that doesn't mean it's the same place where it was 400 or 500 years ago, but at least we'll have a pretty good idea. You know, it's probably, if it's not right on top of the old village, it's probably right next to it, or at least close by, you know. So yeah, that's the next step, is to go to Ain Zaytun, and then maybe go to Meron, and see if there's any alcohol. And then I'll come back, go to the Kiddush, that's going to be lame anyway, and just get their leftover alcohol and not much food probably. And then go chill with my boy, maybe, but then he'll be up and ready to chill. You know? Yeah, I kind of walked far away from the car, I didn't even realize. How long have I been walking around? I don't even know. I thought I would get to the road and I'd just see my car, but I don't. It's not lost, I know exactly where it is, and I'm thankful that I parked it in a good spot. I can go right now on Google Maps and type in Yehuda Bar Ilai, and I'll just walk there and find my car. But I'm cool for now, just doing it like this. Oh, this crazy bird was like making beautiful noises and flew right by me very beautifully. It sounded very beautiful. It looked very beautiful. It was all red, and I don't know, that was really cool. It was a red bird. I've always had a thing for like red birds and blue birds. When I was a kid, we used to have, once in a while, we'd have cardinals in our backyard with their red bellies, and we'd have blue jays. And you know what? As a kid of like maybe 11, 12 years old, I knew how to identify them. I don't know how. Maybe my dad was showing me what was what, but I remember looking at the cardinals and the blue jays. Very, very interesting. My dad was always getting bird feeders and bird food, and we always had birds in the backyard. I loved it. I used to just sit out the window waiting for them. If I heard them chirping, I'd come running out to see if I can see a blue bird or a red bird, you know? We came from this way, and we crossed this, then we walked all the way over there. We could have just went here, would have been actually about the same time. Everything's meant to be anyway, right? No! Oh, I hate being sober. Bober. This is where I came from before. I'm gonna head back to the road this way. What up, Yoel? taking everyone for a tour of the local area. But primarily I'm trying to gather information and learn the area so we can figure out what area Rabbi Chaim Vital is talking about when he's quoting the Arizal and telling us that Jesus is buried here. He says on the way out from Tzfas towards Ein Zaytun on the northern side of Tzfas, by the way of a single carob tree, there is buried Jesus. Yeah? And then he goes and says there's two paths leading there. One there, I think the one on the left goes to Ein Zaytun, or the one on the right goes to Ein Zaytun. One of them goes to Ein Zaytun, and the other one goes to a Kaf Reish Lamed, a Karal. I don't know what that means. And he says between the two paths, the two ways, there's a olive grove, and I think in the middle of the olive grove, I think you have the water and the a stream and a bridge that crosses the stream. And then at the very, very last olive tree, next to the very, very last olive tree, is the tomb of the mother of Krispedai. So down there we found a bridge that I don't think is connected to this story, because it's a bridge it looks like it's just a bridge for pipe water, you know? So I don't know where there might have been a bridge here like 400 or 500 years ago. We did find a lot of structures here that were just cool, just walls built, you know? I am in the middle of an olive grove now, and the mother of Krispedai is somewhere right here. So, I mean, I was just at a tomb that said Krispedai, and I know they claim that his mom is next to him. I know Krispedai is not actually where it says Krispedai is, according to Rav Chaim Vital. I don't think he's even there. But it's just interesting. I'm finding all the landmarks. I haven't found the carob tree in Jesus, but I'm getting closer just by exploring and learning the area and recognizing the landmarks that he could possibly be talking about. Eventually I'll have a clear picture in my head so I can look at the text and understand what he's talking about and then go and find it, you know. But the maximum distance that I could be off from where I'm standing right now is like just a couple of kilometers, you know, because Rav Chaim Vital is writing, quoting his teacher, the Arizal, right? He's writing about where's Jesus buried on the way from Tzfat to Ein Zaytun. Tzfat's that way, just like 1 kilometer. Ein Zaytun's probably 1 kilometer this way. The whole area is like just a few square kilometers. So even not finding the landmarks and knowing exactly where it is, I'm still very, very close. You know what I mean? I'm still definitely in the right vicinity for sure. For sure. You know? Look at these walls. These are everywhere here. These walls are everywhere. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go take a drive to the modern, you know, the current day Ein Zaytun, and to see where it is, to see if there's like an old city Ein Zaytun or something, and then maybe go to Meron and get something to drink. I'm just saying, why not? It's right here. Meron and Tzfas are like 10 minutes away. It takes like 20 minutes if you're inside of Tzfas to get to the inside of Meron, you know? But I'm saying once you're outside of Tzfas on the main road and you want to drive to Meron, it's 10 minutes. Why would I not go? I'm right here. You know, it would be cool if I can speak to someone who lived here, like maybe someone who's like 80 or 90 years old with a very, very sharp and clear memory of their childhood. And then they could tell me how this place looked 70 years ago, 80 years ago, and what changed, you know? Maybe they could tell me where there used to be water, where there might have been a bridge. Maybe they can tell me the ancient myths and legends, you know? Maybe someone who's very familiar with the land and also with the Torah sources, you know? I mean, even just the basics, like, what tribe are we in? Which land? You know, the land was broken up into the tribes, so like, which tribal lands am I in right now? You know? That'd be cool to know. I mean, they say Tzfat was near Miklat, a protected city of refuge. I think those belong to the Levites. Or not belong, the Levites didn't own land, but I think the Levites lived in the cities of refuge, I think. I'm not quite sure. Okay, my car should be right up ahead, because this is the garbage place, I think, and I parked like, you know, next to it, but not next to it. So I can walk to the road here and then walk on the road, which is not so good, because it doesn't look like there's a big shoulder. We've got the dogs, 2 of them. So just gonna walk through the forest a little bit. Hey, no shoes. Oh, these rocks, yeah, I don't know. I was also thinking that, like, a lot of the rocks, and there's like a lot of piles of rocks, they look like the same ones from the walls. Look, here's another wall. These walls are everywhere here. And it does intrigue me, like, when was the last time people made use of this land? Because today no one's really here. There's hiking trails passing through, but there's no homes built here. That also was weird to me, like, you know, there's no space in Svat. Everyone wants to live in Svat. It's the best place in the world. But dude, like, ancient Svat probably did extend all the way to here, you know? So why today is everyone paying outrageous prices for teeny cramped homes in Svat? Why don't they just extend Svat all the way till here? You know, like it probably did originally. I don't know whose territory had all the rocks. Very thorny everywhere, you know. I'm hurting my feet. When I left the car, I thought I should put on my shoes. I was like, And I didn't put on my shoes. Oh, we got chickens and a dog. Okay, I hope the dog's not gonna think we're attacking, and hope he's gonna be cool with us. Does someone live here? Rev! Rev! Oh, I see the person. See that? He's all dressed in white for Shabbat. That's cool. Shalom. No, hey, shh. Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. Shh, meine. Or maybe that's just his robe. Yeah, this guy's pretty cool. I think he must be living here in the woods here. Shh. Nice. Shalom. שבת שלום. יו, באיזה כיוון רבי יהודה בא אליי? Come here. Miney, come here. Miney, come here. Come here. Okay. אני לא רוצה ללכת על הכביש. Okay. Thank you. I wanted to go that way. I don't want to disturb this man. He starts and he's telling me to go this way. So go this way. I came from that way, so you know. It says there's a way, a path this way. I said a road this way. I don't want to walk on the road alone. I said no, there's a dirt road. תגיד לי, אתה מכיר את זה שישו נקבר פה? ישו. בשער הגלגולים כתוב בדרך מצוות לעין זיתון נקבר פה ישו. Okay. This guy says he doesn't know. But some of the people who know don't want to tell you, you know? I mentioned in my previous video, I have a friend who sees and hears things. He's the one who originally got me set on this. He's the one who told me this. He said that once, you know, Chaim Vital passed by here accidentally and, like, you know, was almost killed, had to be saved by his teacher. So I was like, what, really? He's like, yeah, you didn't know Jesus is buried right here? I said, no. Anyway, so when I started pressing him about the details, he freaking out. He's like, nah, I'm not going to tell you. You can't go there. It's dangerous, blah, blah, blah. What are you doing? And then I don't know, he had some friends who, like, confirmed with me the story. Like, meaning we went outside and like this rabbi from the synagogue and this other guy were passing by, and I asked them both. And they both, like, confirmed the story, but they wouldn't tell me either where to look it up, where to look up the story, and where to find out more, you know? So that's what I'm saying. Those who know don't really want to share. Yo, this guy's got a pretty good chill going on here, no? Living out here, just him and his 2 guard dogs, naked in his robe. I mean, he was probably shocked to see me, like, what is someone doing here on Shabbat in the middle of nowhere, like, just walking around. Like, if I came from another direction, maybe it would have seemed more normal, but I wasn't coming from, like, a road or anything. I was just coming from the middle of the forest. Yo, I don't get it. Is this his place? Whose place is this? Whose material is this? Who built all this? And is someone living here, or is it just this guy? Yo, he must live in this shack, no? This place is tripped out, and I've been living in Sfas a long time. I never knew about it. Like, I wonder, can I bring 30 friends here and a set of speakers and just chill here? It says welcome. Yo, this is a sick spot, like a campground, chill. Tons of mattresses here. Yo, this guy's got a sick place going on. Look, like another cabin up there. This guy's got a sick chill going on. Seems like he's got electricity out here. Bro, that place is built in the style of all these rocks. So I guess that says that these rocks, dude, I mean, they'll look old, but they don't have to be that old, you know? I don't know. I don't know when the last time people were building with such rock patterns was. Like, a lot of the houses in the old city of Tzfat, they're built like that. They're not that old, you know. I don't think they're 500 years old. So, like, what? All the structures that I saw in the forest, what are they, like 50, 100 years old? But, like, who was living here 50, 100 years ago? I don't think anyone was, you know. Is it 2,000 years old going back to the Romans? Probably not, although there are ruins here in the forest. Like I said, one day I'm going to take you down there on the way to Meron. You can see the old Roman... Hey, visitors are requested to guard the holiness of the Shabbat and the holidays. So I guess this is a public grounds. Like, you're all are welcome. I don't know. Yeah, this is cool. I don't know how I never knew about this spot. Like, there should be parties here every Thursday night, you know? Just bring, like, crates of beer, speakers, lighting system, You know, figure out where the toilets are, make sure there's like clean and what needs to be in the toilets. Bro, and you're good to go. Then you just start telling people on social media and your friends, you just start telling people to show up. And eventually every Thursday night people show up. You know, and if you're the type of person that needs to make money off of everything you do, so you sell beer and you sell steaks and you sell hot dogs. And if people want to bring their own beer and hot dogs, that's fine. But you can still sell them at a decent price. I was thinking, like, all these festivals that charge money, they're stupid and it's bad. Like, first of all, like, I don't think you should be paying money for a festival, and I don't think someone should be getting paid money to come play music for 4 hours. I think the money ruins a lot of it. It makes a lot of stress for no reason. I think music festivals should be free and artists should be playing for free. And if the artist doesn't want to play for free, we don't want to hear his music. You know, we want to hear someone who has music because they have love in their soul that needs to be expressed in front of thousands of people, you know? Okay, so what about the money? Because everyone's bugging about the money. And by the way, they don't make money at festivals. I have a friend who's made a bunch of festivals. And he's always bugging out about the money. He's never making any money, you know? So the thing is, like, you're going to charge people $100 a ticket for a 3-day festival. Let's say 500 people come. So that's $50,000. Okay. I don't know how much you have to spend on all your equipment, hiring people. Probably also $50,000, you know? But if you take money out of the picture and you don't charge an entrance fee and you don't pay anyone, so where do you get sound system from? How are you going to get people to play? That's why you have to have a good network of people. You have to know the right people. You have to know who has a sound system, who has lighting, who's got a generator, who people that are willing to let you use it for free, you know? People are willing to pay for free. Yeah, and then how do you get the money? Because everyone's bugging about the money. The money's easy. Dude, once you're making a music festival with free entrance, people are going to show up. Maybe the first time no one knows about it, the second time no one knows about it. By the time you made a few of them, people know about it and people are showing up, right? By that time you figured out how to get the word out and how to tell people. Well, then look at every time you make a venue, every time you make a festival, a free festival, look at it as your own personal flea market where customers are coming to you for free. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to rent the land. You don't have to do anything. You have free stores. You have like 10 stores all for free. In the middle of the forest, you can sell lemonade. You can sell pizza. You can sell sushi. You can sell falafel. You can sell beer. You can sell trinkets. You can sell photos, instant photos. You can sell whatever you want. You can have a store selling whatever you want. But the point is, you already have customers. And you already have hungry customers and thirsty customers and people that are bored and want to waste money. And you have zero competition. It's your party. You don't let anyone sell beer at your party. You don't let anyone sell anything at your party. You're the one selling everything. So, you know, you don't even have to rip people off. Like, you don't have to charge double, triple the price like everyone does at music festivals because they're bugging about the money. You don't give a fuck about the money. You're just trying to provide a decent service, right? And get a good reputation, right? So at that point, if you're selling beer for the same price that people pay in a store, but it's at an outdoor music festival, bro, you're selling pizza for the same price they sell pizza on the outside, right? You're not looking to steal everyone's last dollar because you're in the forest. You're just looking at it as opportunity to once a week or once a month open up a pizza store, falafel store, beer store, wine store, like literally everything that you could sell, you sell. And you sell it for the same price people would pay for it on the outside. And you don't charge any entrance fee, so everyone shows up. You know, and even the people that don't spend a penny because they don't have it, and they brought their own beer and they brought their own alcohol and their own food, still, they're going to have an amazing time. And they're going to thank you for what you did. And they're going to come to your next party and they're going to tell all their friends, you know. I think that's a proper way to go about making music festivals, you know. Anyway, don't really know which way to go. The road is there somewhere, you know. It's here or here. It's crazy. It seems like that guy just took one of these dirt roads to the end, put a gate up, and started building, you know? And no one ever came to kick him out. He's lucky. Because a lot of people that come here and like build little homes, they get destroyed. The cops come and destroy it, you know? Okay, I can see the road. I just saw a car. And I see that garbage truck place. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I see my car. Ah, I see the car. It's right there. I'll show you. This camera's crap, so you can't see much. That's my car. Yep, that's it. On the left side of that tree. Doesn't look like a car. But another car's about to pass it. Just past my car. That's where my car is. So we're gonna walk there. Oh, crazy. It's funny, like, dude, this is my area, and I never even knew this existed. I never knew this little weird campsite existed, you know, with this guy living all by himself and his 2 dogs there. It's like this huge empty campground. Never knew that existed. I never knew this dirt road here existed, you know. I'd like to buy a car, and I'd like to have like a really, really big, high, like a Jeep, you know, that I can come on these crazy roads and fly around. In America, my dad had rented me the Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. That's the most upgraded Jeep Wrangler. Dude, that car is it's a Ferrari in the forest, for real. I was with my friend in the car on a dirt road in the forest that was a very, very tight dirt road. By tight, I mean like there was no shoulder and the car was just as wide as the Jeep was, like with a teeny bit of room to wiggle, that's it. Like just the teeniest room, you know? And the turns were very sharp, you know, holes in the road, like of course, like any dirt road, like, you know what I mean, like up and downs, like dunes, you know? Well, we were driving like 70 miles an hour and we had full control of the car, you know? It's that type of vehicle. You can drive it at that speed on the worst of conditions and you still have full control of the vehicle. And that's why we call it the Ferrari of the forest. Anyways, now I know where we are. This is the cave, the tomb, they say of Yehuda Bar Ilai, but what I read this morning in the hiking app is that really he's a cross. He's a cross where they say Chris Badai and his mom are. That's where Yehuda Bar Ilai is. You know, I don't know, everything's very confusing. 400 or 500 years ago, that result told us where everything is, you know? But since then, people may have lost it and confused it a little bit. No, come on. Let's go, you guys need some water. You know, dogs appreciate it, like, very, very much when you give them water. I guess if you have a really thirsty person, he'd also appreciate very much if you give him water, but... Yeah, I only brought 2 of the dogs, the other 2 are at home. It's just easier like this. Less chaos. Hey. That's it? You don't want more? So this morning I parked my car over there. I crossed the road up and I walked. You can see that little green thing. It's like these barrel steps made out of a barrel. So I climbed up there. I went to the tomb there that says over there it's Chris Badai, but it's not Chris Badai. And next to it is supposed to be Chris Badai's mom somewhere, but I didn't find that. That where it says Chris Badai I read is actually Yehuda Bar Ilai. It says Yehuda Bar Ilai is buried here, but he's probably actually buried over there. Or he is buried here, I don't know. You know? I'm not the expert, and we need to talk to experts, but that's how I started my hike this morning. I parked the car there, climbed up the mountain there. I went that way on the mountain, on that side of the road. I went that way, and then I came back down, crossed the road, far down the road. Not far, but like 10 minutes from here, probably down the road. I went down into the valley, went all the way, like, down and whatever, then circled back this way. I made a big circle. I can probably check my Google Maps to see if they tracked me. Usually they track you and they show you exactly where you were. The thing is, when I went into my Google Maps about an hour or two ago to like see my location, it showed me in Lebanon. Because of the war, the army is messing with the GPS, so it's like every day either Waze works or Google Maps work, but not both of them. Come here. They're messing with the location for the war. I don't know what it has to do. Maybe they think, I don't know what they think, how it's helpful. But somehow messing with the location of all of us for GPS helps them in the war. I need water, but I'm not going to drink that fluoride water. Candle lighting. That's neat. I've never noticed that this place had an upstairs. It's probably locked. But let's see. Oh wow, there's a whole chill room here. Yeah, of course it's locked. Motherfuckers, I hate this about like spiritual places like synagogues and shit. That they lock the door at night or when there's no one here. Like, dude, there's coffee there. I want coffee. But it's like, who decided that they're the one in charge of this place, that they can have a key and lock the door? Like, excuse me? Who are you? You're the king of the land? Like, who appointed you? This door, bro, who the fuck decided to put a door here and put a lock on it? Maybe there's something nice up here that I want to go see, but no, I can't go and see it because some asshole decided to lock it. I really don't like that about the holy sites and synagogues, that they lock them. The synagogue that I like to go to near my house, it doesn't lock its door. They don't lock their door ever. There's 2 synagogues on my block, neither one ever locks its door. You hear that? I mean, there's more synagogues around, but they lock their door. There's 2 synagogues on my block that never lock their door. You guys want to eat our hard-boiled egg? Oh, good. There's non-fluoride water. Yo, look, there's non-fluoride water. Thank you, Hashem. Hashem loves me. This water is without fluoride. I'm going to have some. But it's funny because most Israelis, they drink this crap water. This crap water has fluoride in it, and it's bottled by the Coca-Cola company. People pay for bottled water from Coca-Cola. And if that's not a big scam, I don't know what is. I mean, buying water from a bottle in general is stupid because it's sitting in plastic. But also, it's like, why can't you just drink natural spring water? Oh, because we don't have natural spring water. When we turn on our pipes, it's coming from the government, and they poison it with fluoride also, and other chemicals also. Alright, you guys want hard-boiled egg? Tastes like tap water. Bye. It's weird, every time I turn on my flashlight in these videos, it doesn't help, it makes it worse. But, yeah, here's the tomb. Not much here. Some orange soda. I'm just saying, if you came to Israel, do this as a crew, you know? Imagine every day, instead of me going out by myself on these stupid adventures like that don't lead anywhere, do it like with 10 people, bro. 30 people. A bunch of hippies who somehow are not working but somehow still have enough money to like make road trips and buy drugs. If you work, you really can't have too much of a life. I mean, like, I'm just saying, like, think about it from my perspective. If someone asks me if I want to go somewhere with them, like, yo, you want to go on this trip? My only reason for saying no ever is like, I'm pissed or I'm too tired. Like, I'm not mentally up for it. Come here. Hey, come here. Come here. I never ever have to respond like, oh, I can't come because, I can't take a day off. My boss doesn't let. Bro, I don't have a job. Like, I don't have school that's requiring me to attend to, you know? And I think that's a good thing. I think that having like this inability to do what you want because you have a job that you're holding to, yes, it's responsible and it's good and it makes the world go round in a way, yeah? But at the end of the day, for your own self-benefit, I don't think it's the best thing for a person. I don't think so. Like, you could say it's healthy for them, it's good mentally. Maybe yeah, maybe not, I don't know, but the fact is, your best friend wants to take you on a road trip, you can't go, right? You can't go, you have a job. I don't know how healthy that is, that you can't really do what you want. You're tied down to, you know, a 9 to 5. Monday through Thursday, or whatever it is, however it works. Come here. Come here. Oh yeah, bro. All the holy sites have books. Joel, all the holy sites here have books, bro. They've got the Psalms, because like that's the number one thing people do here at the sites is they read Psalms. So all the holy sites here have Psalms. And then besides Psalms, you'll have like, you know, different holy books that people might just be interested in reading, because what do people do at these holy sites? They make a trip and they come here and they might sit there for an hour, 2 hours, you know? So like, you saw there was water and that orange juice, and there was like a plate of leftover cake. So that's how it is. Like, usually people come with them, they bring a little bit of food and drinks, and they'll leave it there for the next person. And yeah, there's always books. So you have what to do there and to do holy things there, you know. At a lot of these holy sites, bro, at a lot of them, you'll see a mattress and a pillow and a blanket, you know. Yo, honestly, for anyone thinking of moving here, I think the best thing to do is not to become Israeli, first of all. Stay American. Keep an American job if you can. If you can get a work from home American job, you're set. Because it doesn't matter how much you make in America. If you're living in Israel on an American salary, you're rich, you know? I'm just saying, the typical person in America, if they're making $500 a week, they're poor. If they're making $1,000 a week, they're just basically set. You know, it's not rich to make $1,000 a week, but if you make $1,000 a week in America, you're set, right? And like I'm saying, if you make $500 a week in America, you still have your basic needs met. No one's really making less than $500 a week, right? Well, if you're making $500 a week in Israel, dude, you're already like set and have everything covered. If you're making $1,000 a week in Israel, bro, you're freaking rich, you know? So I'm just saying, the best thing to do is to keep an American job that you can work from home, come to Israel as a tourist, not as a citizen, and then rent a car, not a car like this one, like an actual car that you can live in, like a big van or an RV if you can afford one, because those are expensive. Shh, come here. And then there's enough spots, I'm just saying, there's enough spots where you can go around and dip in natural springs that you never need a shower. Like, you can shower every day in a natural spring, you know? Even hot springs they have, even hot springs, boiling hot springs if you don't like the cold water, you know? And dude, like, what else do you need? If you're comfortable sleeping in a vehicle, and if you're not, by the way, you can still sleep, because you can just get a hammock. Just get a hammock, bro. You know? And you don't have to do it forever. You can do it for like 3, 4, 5, 6 months, you know? And then by that time you have a really, really good feel of what it's like to work from another country, and also what it's like to be in another country, and you have a good feel for Israel, and you know which parts of the country you like better. you know. You know, like where to go to get food for free every day. I'm saying there's free food every day in Jerusalem. There's free food every day in Tiberias. There's free food every day in Sfas. There's free food every day in Miron. There's free food every day in Hebron. In different places around the country, there's always free food, you know? Always, no matter what. So, gas money, bro. Gas is insanely expensive here. Like, gasoline for your car, the 95, it's $7 a gallon it comes out to. It's the price of California. But they have, instead of gasoline, they have gas, which I don't know how to say that in English. That's half the price. So it's like $3.50 a gallon. That's like what we'd pay in New Jersey, you know? But it's not cheap to have gas. So you do need to have some money. You don't need to have too much money, but you need to have some money. Cigarettes are not cheap here, so you should come with your own cigarettes. You should bring the cigarettes that you like. They don't sell so many cigarettes here, and they are very expensive. So you should bring in as many cigarettes as possible. The thing is, you can only bring in, like, what, 2 cartons a person? So, I don't know, you have to leave every few months just to go get your cigarettes, you know? Or pay people to bring them in for you. Or just sneak it in, I don't know. Or maybe there's a way to import cigarettes legally if you pay the taxes. I don't know how that works. Beer is insanely expensive here, bro. In America, I remember paying in America like 50 cents a beer. Yeah? If you bought a 24-pack, your beer cost about 50 cents a piece. Here, you can't get a beer for less than $1.50. Literally 3 times the price. It's insane, you know? Anyways, y'all, I'm back in my car. I think I'm, wow, I didn't realize how late it was. 1:45. Yeah, I definitely missed Kiddush. I can still go whenever, but at this point it's so over that it doesn't matter. If there's leftovers, there's leftovers, and if there isn't, there isn't. It doesn't matter. Like, it's so late that by now no one's even there anymore. And it's a pretty lame Kiddush, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go to Meron. I'm gonna put in Ein Zaytun first, see if I can find it, and then I'm gonna go to Meron. If I find something interesting, I'll make a video. Later, y'all. Thank you, and good Shabbos. Hashem bless you.